I'm starting to look like a bao bao cha, you know. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I want to share with you some bags that I have purged from my collection. One bag that is not really purged but is not with me at the moment, is out of my collection, and one bag that is in the purging stage and I am kind of not sure if I want to purge it. But yeah, I want to share that with you because some of you have asked me, where is this bag? And I think it's time for me to let you guys know what has happened. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kat. I hope you guys will consider subscribing. I do a lot of luxury related videos. Not so many unboxings nowadays. I try to, change up my videos right now, maybe some more vlogs, some makeup stuff, some monthly confessions, because I'm going through a bit of a transition year this year to be a little bit more mindful with my shopping. So anyway, I hope you guys will subscribe, and for everyone else, let's get started. The first bag that I purchased is my LV Bosphore backpack, and that was seriously a very difficult purge because that bag, I got my SA to specially get it from France. It was like the last few pieces available in the world, and he got it in a brand new piece for me. It was such a difficult purchase. But then what happened this year is I actually fulfilled one of my wish list bags. I got my Chanel backpack, the Urban Spirit one. I knew I wouldn't use that Bosphore backpack very much. I wasn't actually using it a lot already. I only used it like 4 times. It's been to Hong Kong with me, it's been to the UK, it's been to... where else? It's been to Japan twice, maybe once or twice. So it's not travel, but it sits in my cupboard most of the time, and I do know that that was the reason why I bought it, because I wanted to use it for traveling. But I don't travel that much. I do travel for work, but not for holidays. So it was just sitting there looking pretty, and I was pretty content with it. I didn't really bother that I wasn't using it as much. But then when I got this bag, I knew that I would be carrying this bag instead for my holidays. So I decided to let it go, and it was purchased by a wonderful Instagram friend and a YouTube subby as well. So I hope you are enjoying that bag. The second bag that I have also purchased from my collection, it is also from LV. It is the LV Pushit accessoire. So I think one of my videos, I don't know which one, would I buy it again video, when I talk about my LV stuff or my SLGs, I mentioned that this is one purchase that I was influenced to purchase it through YouTube. A lot of people were buying it and saying it's like the best bag ever, and I kind of got into the I got influenced. Okay, influenced to buy it. And I think what really pushed me over was the fact that somebody said that it is discontinued or going to be discontinued or really hard to get or slow production or something like that. So that made me even want it more. I was like, oh, I gotta get it first. I just get it. Maybe, you never know, you might really fall in love with it. I don't know, I just didn't really use it. It is not a bag that I would immediately grab when I want to go out. Great size, but I would grab my other bags. I'll grab my Palm Springs mini backpack, or I'll grab some other bag. So I wasn't really reaching for that bag. Then as a catch-all in my bigger bags, I actually don't use bigger bags. Like the only 2 big bags that I have is my garden party tote in size 36 or my Bosphore backpack. So now that I don't have my Bosphore backpack, that pochette accessoire, so like this size, is too big for my Birkin. It takes up most of the space, even though I was using it as a catch-all. And I wasn't using my garden party tote as well. So yeah, it just was floating in my collection as an unused item, pretty much brand new. So I decided to put it up for sale privately. I don't think I posted it on my Instagram. But I sold it to a wonderful Instagram friend, and she is absolutely loving it. She says that I helped her fulfill one of her wish lists, and I'm really happy that she is enjoying it. The third bag that I have purged from my collection, and it's not a permanent purge, is my Chanel Gabrielle bag. Let me explain what happened. So you know that I have the Chanel Gabrielle size medium with the 2/3 beige, and then part of the bottom is black. And if you followed me in one of my vlogs maybe a year and a half ago, I went to London and I was wearing this really thick like black coat because it was cold, and I actually got some stains on that bag. I managed to get the stains out, but it did make me like aware that this beige, even though I knew it would get stained, will get stained. So I became a little bit more aware. But I just enjoyed the bag and all. You know what? I keep getting stains. So, and it comes from my jeans, it comes from my darker pants wear, you know, my bottom wears, and it's irritating, okay? Because every time I see it after, I'm like, oh no, because you panic, right? You panic whether you can get that stain out. So I've been pretty lucky. I got most stain, I would say about 80%. I've still got like 20%, a lot of stains, but it's not like super deep, but it's there. I know it's there. So that was a problem that I was like, am I ready for a light colored bag? I am, just that I think I could accept the stains, but the problem came in the other side of the bag. Now the bag, because it's so large and it's white, like it's cream color, maybe I got some, maybe it's the cleaning of the stains or something, but it looked 20 years old. It was really creased up, like especially the top bit where it dips like this. The top part, the crinkles, because it's aged calf skin, it was like crinkly, like crinkled so much. Every time I tried to, you know, puff it when I'm storing it, putting like loads and loads of, you know, papers and all, just stuffing the bag to make sure it, you know, stays upright, it just sagged tremendously. And the wrinkles, they look like my grandfather's wrinkles, like deep and deep and deeper. So it's not that I didn't like the look, it just made the bag look extremely worn and extremely, I don't want to say unattractive, to a certain extent unattractive. It just looked as if I wasn't taking care of my bags, and I do take care of my bags. I am a monster with my bags. That means I use my bags. It's not that I'm going to swing my bags around and bang doors. I use my bag, you know, I will stuff it, I'll put things in it, but I'm not going to like press the bag and squash the bag and all. I am still careful in that sense. But it made me look like I was a real monster with the bag. So with the stains and the crinkling and all, I knew that this beige black version in the size medium was not gonna hold up over time. Okay, it just looked terrible. So I decided to let it go, and I'm saying that it's not a permanent purge because I do love that bag. I love the grunginess of it. I feel like it's a really lovely bag for me. I've decided to replace it with the smaller version. I haven't purchased the small version yet because the price just the price of the new one just went up. So I probably, if I can, when I go to the Europe next year, I will get the replacement there. So I've decided to go with black small. I feel like maybe the black, the creases wouldn't be so obvious. Like if you know, it doesn't look so deep and like in your face. I think with the black, it just, you know, because it's all dark and you just can't see it anymore. That's how I feel. I don't know about you guys. If you have the Gabrielle black in the small, are the creases very significant? Like, do you feel like the bag just looks like it's aged 10 years since you've used it? Mine did, and I'm sad to see it go because it was a beautiful bag and I love it. I was using it so much, like carrying it this way and all. It really suited my character. But it made me look like I was abusing the bag. The last two bags are actually still in my collection. It's just that one of it is back for maintenance at LV, and the other bag is still in my collection, and I'll share with you why. So my LV Palm Springs mini backpack and my Hermes Garden Party tote, I actually put it up for sale, trying to figure out if I really wanted to sell it, and I was trying to check out the market rate. So with the Palm Springs mini backpack, the price that I put it up for, it was hot cakes, okay? Everybody wanted to buy it, so I do know that it is a sought after bag. But I didn't really want to sell it. Then with my Garden Party tote, that I'll tell you that later. But let's talk about my Palm Springs mini backpack. So you know you got to take pictures for the app, right? Tick. And from putting the pictures up, guess what? I noticed there were some damage on my bag. So when I first bought the Palm Springs mini backpack, I knew that the leather black tabs at the top, they had strings and the D-ring was slightly faded for such a brand new bag. So I actually sent it back to the store less than 6 months, still within the warranty period, and I said, hey, cannot be, you know, after less than 6 months of using this bag, how can there be fading and just, how can the gold start to turn silver? It's really bad. Can you please replace this? And also the leather tab, some of the strings were coming out. So they took it in and they took my bag for like 3 months, less than 3 months. And when it came back, they didn't change the D-ring and the leather tab, they just snipped off the strings. I was so irritated with them. So they didn't actually replace the leather tab on my bag. So anyway, I just left it as such. I was pretty disappointed with the LV in Malaysia. They just was not, yeah, customer service was really bad. Anyway, I have not thought about that leather tab until the day that I decided to put some pictures up, and I was like taking front, side, black. I was like, ooh, wait a minute, is there more strings? So I noticed that there were more strings like coming from. I put a picture, it's not really that clear. LV took better pictures, but anyway, it was like, let's say this is the leather tab. The strings were all coming out as part of the leather tab, and the more I cut the strings away, the more I could pull it from that black leather tab where you hook the D-ring, you know, where you put the strap at. So I got a bit concerned. It looked as if, you know, it was fraying from the leather tab. So I sent it back for repair. So I'm pretty disappointed because this is the second time that it's happening, and if they don't replace it and they don't fix this problem, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So that's a little story about my Palm Springs mini backpack. I don't have it with me right now. The other bag is my Hermes Garden Party tote, and it is still in my collection. I have not sold it, and the reason why is, you know, I've started to enjoy using it. But the other thing is, I got really lowballed selling a bag. Like, I don't know if you guys do sell your bags and all. You know, there is a certain price that you're willing to part with, and there is a certain price that you may discount. But you know, when you get lowballed, that's when you feel like you've been cheated. Like, I couldn't do it. So basically, one lady messaged me where she wanted to buy my bag, and she agreed on a certain price. So we ding dong for a couple of weeks, and she was away and I was away, and then finally she said, okay, let's meet up. And I think I said I couldn't make it, but the final time I think I initiated it. I said, okay, I'm free to meet you on like a Tuesday or a Monday. Can you meet me here and here? And she was like, okay, I'll meet you. And you know, are you okay to deal with this lower price? And I was like, wait a minute, didn't you just agree with me like a couple of weeks ago, this slightly higher price? Like, it was slightly, I think it was only like $100, something like that. But it's the principle, right? It's the principle of you and me agreeing, gentleman's agreement, one price. You don't come and negotiate a lower price with me, because that's when I would say no. I have said yes sometimes for things that I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, let it go. But this was a bag that I was already feeling a bit like, should I let it go? She gave me a decent price. You know, I wasn't losing a lot from it. But I knew the retail price for the Garden Party tote is in the 5,000 range, you know, 5,000 over Singapore dollars. And I was selling it for half of that. And she still wanted to lowball me. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, you want to lowball me $5, $10, like $100? I'm not selling it. So I decided that she really wanted it, because she was like telling me stories about, you shouldn't be so calculative on that $100. You should just sell it because, you know, you will rather than it sit in your house and all. She was trying to advise me on why I should give it to her for $100 less. And I was telling her, I was like, I was trying to come up with some story. I said, oh, let me talk to my husband or something like that. But I just shared my thought to my husband. I said, not that he makes the decision, but I just told him that this lady agreed this price, and then she wanted to lowball me with this price. And he was saying, huh? Don't sell it to her lah. And I was like, speaking my mind, speaking me. So I told her no. And since then, she keeps bugging me because I know she wants the bag. But I said, you know what? I put it aside because I can't do it right now. And she said, you know, are you willing to go back up to the original price? Of course I would, but now I'm not happy with the sale, right? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm selling it to somebody else, like a cheapskate. It just didn't feel good anymore, because I want to sell it to a home. Like when I sell it to some of you, I know you're a good person, or you're somebody that will use it. That's what I want to see with the bag, because I'm selling it at a cheaper price. But when I see people who are like trying to, you know, dig me and press me, that's when I'm like, no. Anyway, so that bag has not been purged from my collection, and I don't know. I might not purge it because it is my only tote bag. And the reason I put the two bags up for sale on the Palm Springs is because I wanted to make myself feel better after I bought my Dior Montaigne. After I bought my Dior Montaigne bag, I sold a couple of pochettes, they were not being used, and yeah, you know, I was just keeping it for collectors, and I got the price that I paid for it, so I'm really happy it's being used. Then I sold my Pushit accessoire, and then I decided, you know what, I just want to make myself feel better, like just know that some of my bags are still sought after, so that I could, you know, one in, one out in my brain, even though there was no one in, one out. But so that's why I just wanted to test the market. And the garden party one, I guess if she didn't do that, I would have already sold it and be out of my collection. But people can be so stingy. Like, you telling me don't count the small amount, I can say the same thing back to you, right? Don't count the small amount. Like, why are you bargaining with me when we had an agreement on a higher price, which I was more than happy to sell it to you. I was like, okay, it was an easy sale. She just said, you know, are you okay to do it this price? I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And just because we were ding-donging a couple of weeks, thinking that I'm like, oh, so desperate to wait. Oh my God, get on my nerves, okay? And then you try to lowball me for $100. $100, $150. It was like really like, even I'm like, you're buying a luxury bag and you want to lowball me a little bit more? So those are the bags that I have purged, not really purged, and not going to purge from my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that I can, you know, bring a Chanel Gabrielle bag back into my collection. If any of you have the small in black, or oh, Amy, you have one. Black, or maybe in other materials like maybe the tweed or something, do let me know what you guys experienced with the leather, because that, since I've had the medium with the light colored one, so the beige, yeah, it just didn't look, it looked really torn and tattered. It looked like, you know, it doesn't look like as smooth as my beige black here. It looked like it's been to war and back. So that was something that I was a bit taken aback with. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if any of you have it. Otherwise, you guys all take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.